I guess we'll just start with the thumbnail because this was what took away what was going to be the thumbnail was Mel Tucker, and that was going to be the headliner. But I feel as though I am obligated to talk about this because, for one, Aaron Rodgers has a particular history with my Lions. And I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to give something of a level-headed take on the whole thing, and we'll get into some of the other stories in the NFL as well. But I wanted to focus on this in particular because there's a lot of similarities, I think, between the Lions and the Jets going into this year, where the Lions were kind of they were a very hyped team, and so were the Jets. The difference I had with the Jets was I just didn't really trust Aaron Rodgers combined with that offensive line. And, I hate to say I told you so, Jets fans, but you bring in a 40-year-old quarterback with that offensive line, it shouldn't be much of a surprise that he's going to end up getting hurt. And I saw some people were talking about the turf or the grass or whatever. And I'm just like, guys, no, it's just not. That's just not it. Okay. He's not Robert Griffin III playing at FedEx Field. Okay. It's Aaron Rodgers. Played him at MetLife plenty of times. He was on the run basically the 4 plays that he played. And, I'm not happy about it because I'm not happy to see anybody get hurt. I just want to say that, something about this whole thing, this whole Jets going to get Aaron Rodgers, the Zach Wilson situation, the whole thing about the Jets, to me, it just felt like a ticking time bomb. Like, if something could go wrong, it would go wrong. And I'm not into the sports curses. If a team is doing something right, I don't care if it's the Jets, the Lions, the Bengals, the Browns. They're doing something right. I'm gonna say good things about you. And the Jets were doing something right, I would say. I mean, they didn't make the playoffs last year, but they look like a really solid team, especially on defense. They look like they were about a quarterback away. And they went and they got Aaron Rodgers, who even a weak Aaron Rodgers from last year, certainly better than, Zach Wilson was this past year. But I guess now we'll see. Zach Wilson has the opportunity here to redeem himself and try to be that quarterback that they drafted 2nd overall. And, it sucks because, New York media and Jets fans generally probably already done with Zach Wilson. They don't want to see Zach Wilson. They were ready for Aaron Rodgers, and their season was over in 4 plays. And I know Robert Saleh came out and was like, why are we getting written off? It's like, Robert, buddy, we know why you're getting written off. You went for broke. You traded for this quarterback, and now that quarterback is dead. That quarterback came without an Achilles. Achilles not included, like the thumbnail says. And the main thing as well to take away from this is Green Bay also not very happy about this. Now, why is that? Well, because Green Bay needed Aaron Rodgers to play at least 70% of the snaps this year, or else they would forfeit getting that first-round pick. Now, obviously, Aaron Rodgers is not playing 70% of the snaps this year. He's not playing 1% of the snaps this year, probably. He's probably playing 0.001% of the snaps this year. I don't know if the math is right on that, but that's just like, that is amazing to me. Like, that it seems like both teams could lose this trade. Because let's also be realistic. Is Aaron Rodgers at 41 years old going to come back, presumably in the same offensive line? I guess not necessarily. They could improve on that front, but probably not all that much. He's going to come back a year older with a healed Achilles and just forward down the field, just lead this team to the promised land? I don't think so. It seems clear to me that he's not Tom Brady. And Tom Brady, love him or hate him, he seems to be the anomaly in this situation where he is able to just continue to play all the way until he's 45. And even when he was 45, that was when he started to show some sign of regression. And even then, it was like still a pretty okay year, just not okay by his standards. So, with all that being said, I will say, the other takeaway from that game is Josh Allen. I don't know what happened to him since Brian Daboll left, because this guy is a turnover machine. Yeah, I mean, he's getting the ball to his opponents more than he's getting the ball to his own guys. Like, I don't know if Brian Daboll was the glue that made that offense work, but it certainly looks like it. And I know it's just week 1, and he could adjust, and he can end up looking really good. And I had them winning, over 13 games. I had them in a pretty high win total this year. So, not that has any bearing on, reality, but it's one of those things, where if you're the Bills, if you're Bills fans, and especially if you're Josh Allen, you got to be thinking how much time until people are thinking, you know what? We're kind of done with you, Josh. Like, I get it. He had those crazy couple of years where he was one of the best looking quarterbacks, but also pretty much been playing second fiddle to Patrick Mahomes for most of his career, if not all of his career. And furthermore, he was basically given a victory on the road there, as far as I'm concerned. That is a victory waiting to happen, as far as I'm concerned. Like, you cannot lose to Zach Wilson if you're supposed to be a top 5, top 10 quarterback in the league. You just can't do it. But he did. And to lose like that, overtime, punt return, I mean, that's just wow. Wow. Hey there, what you just watched was actually a clip from a larger show that we do every Tuesday night. What are you doing Tuesday night? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the like button so that you don't miss out on any more of our weekly shows every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you there.